What's up, gals and pals? I'm Coach Vino. This is the Progress Bar. And what would happen if you took the Brooklyn cocktail, you took it down to New Orleans, and you added a Caribbean flair? Well, you would get the Bywater cocktail. You see, a couple of weeks ago, I made you guys a cocktail called The Man in the Yellow Hat. And one of my subscribers had a really great question. He said, what would happen if you add rum to that cocktail? Now, I got myself thinking about that, and I'm definitely going to give it a shot. But in the meanwhile, I started looking up other kind of rum-stirred cocktails that might have a bit of a tiki Caribbean flair to it, at least with respects to the ingredients that have been added. And I came across the Bywater cocktail. Now, the Bywater cocktail is actually a bit of a modern classic, at least down in New Orleans, though you could find it in menus all around the country. But I've never had it before, so I'm actually really excited to give it a shot, right, folks? But before I do that, I'm gonna need you guys to go ahead and hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and that notification bell so you can help Vino feed the hungry algorithm. And make sure you stick around, because we're gonna boogie down. All right, folks, so the Bywater cocktail was created by bartender Chris Hanna down at Arnaud's French 75 bar in New Orleans. And apparently Chris felt that the Bywater area of New Orleans resembled a lot of the Brooklyn area here in New York City. So this is a bit of an homage to both places, all right? So let us look at what is in the sauce. Now, before we do that, I do want to say that there are some deviations in the recipe, especially with respect to the rum and the Amaro. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the recipe that works best for me. The first thing he wants is 1.5 ounces of an aged rum. Now, I've seen anything from Appleton to OFTD, which I think is 1.75 ounces of OFTD is a bit much to chew on. As a matter of fact, ask Steve the bartender what he thinks.
You definitely don't want to have too many of these because it will knock your socks off.
So I'm going to kind of split the difference here, and I'm going to use 1 ounce of Smith & Cross and 3/4 ounce of Plantation 5-year. Okay, so you get the big bold flavors here balanced with some of that Barbadian rum, right, folks? So 1 ounce of Smith & Cross. All right, beautiful. And then we'll do 3/4 ounce of Plantation. But you can use whatever rum combination works best for you, or you can go with whatever you read out there online for all the recipes, all right? And then we're gonna do a 3/4 ounce of Averna. All right, now some recipes I've seen use Amir pecan, which we cannot get here in New York, and so Averna seems to be the substitute that everyone's using, which is fine with me because you can see I love Averna. I'm running out. And then we're gonna do 1/2 ounce of Green Chartreuse. All right, so you can already tell from what's going on here, this is gonna be a big, bold cocktail, right? And then we're gonna do 1/4 ounce of Velvet Falernum. All right, there you go. And this is where you're gonna get even more, again, of those kind of tiki Caribbean cocktail vibes, which I think is really fun. And then we're gonna do 2 dashes each, all right? 2 dashes of Peychaud bitters, which is your New Orleans. And then we're gonna get 2 dashes of orange bitters, right? 1, 2. And apparently this makes up for some of the orange notes that are missing when you're using Averna versus Amir pecan. So we'll see what that works out like, all right, folks? Now let's go ahead and add some ice to our mixing glass. And we're gonna stir that for about 25 to 30 seconds. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, because of how big and bold these flavors are, I might even go up a little bit to 35 seconds just to help dilute it and really make it more palatable, right, folks? But you do whatever you like, all right? All right, folks, I think we stirred this bad boy up enough. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a flavorful cocktail right there, folks, all right? I'm pretty excited about that. I'm gonna put this to the side. Now I'm gonna get my glass out. I'm gonna be serving that in a Nick and Nora, which I've had chilling like a villain. And again, I did a little extra dilution. I might even have more than I have for the glass, but I felt like it would be important for this cocktail, okay? So let's go ahead and pour this bad boy in. Look at that beautiful color. Oh yeah, there you go. So let's get a nice, beautiful wash line there. There we go, folks, beautiful. I got a little extra in the bottom there. That's a little extra dessert for later. All right, and then you're gonna get an orange peel and you're going to express more of the orange notes onto the cocktail. All right, let me see what else I got in there, right? Then you're gonna discard that. And then you're gonna go ahead and garnish that with a cocktail cherry. Now, just to bring more of the Brooklyn back and also a little more of Amaro, I'm gonna be using these Amaro soaked cocktail cherries, which are absolutely fantastic. They're also very bold in flavor. And there we have it, folks, our Bywater cocktail. All right, so let's go ahead and give our Bywater cocktail a sippy sip. Cheers. Oh yeah. Oh, yum. Couple notes right off the bat. That citrus, that orange expression here, really important. Those citrus notes right on top really help brighten up the cocktail. It's not that often that I feel like the orange peel, expressing orange peel makes that big a difference. Definitely does here, especially because of the complexity of this cocktail. Number two, the additional dilution. 100% I think helps this cocktail. It is incredibly palatable. I can only imagine how bold this cocktail would be if you only gave it like a 20-second spin, you know what I'm saying? And number two, I think that the split of rums is the way to go. Because I'm getting the Smith & Cross, I'm getting those beautiful funky notes, but they're not overpowering the cocktail. Now mind you, it's got to fight against some pretty powerful stuff here, namely Green Chartreuse. But in general, I think it's working really well. The other rum is just helping to bring more of those rum notes in there, but but it's not overpowering with the Smith & Cross. I think this was the perfect combination, guys. Let me give it another sip. Oh yeah, that's great. Anyway, I hope you like this cocktail. I hope you like this video, and I hope you give it a thumbs up. I hope you subscribe, and I hope you share with your family and friends, because remember, sharing is caring, and when life gives you lemons, make yourself a cocktail. Cheers.